Hey friends, we're ready for another informative video for you. Today we're going to talk about our Phase 2 and Phase 3 transition plan, because if you remember, Phase 1 is the community home that we have currently that has 24-hour caregivers, and so Phase 2 and Phase 3 would be a lesser restrictive environment. All right?
Right. So our vision is that we're seeing is actually more of a community for up to actually 100 people, which would be 50 units in the community. And if we have this type of community, there are so many other things that we can do. It just kind of creates possibilities for everyone that we don't currently have. So in this community, there would be 2 people living in each dwelling, and each dwelling would be adjoined to another half. So actually they're townhomes, and they're 3-bedroom townhomes, but our vision is to only have 2 residents in each townhome. Now, in a particular townhome, as long as those individuals are in the same phase, we could actually have multiple units with different phases. We could have, 50% phase 2, 50% phase 3,
Right.
or any combination of any other, degree of care.
Right.
I mean, our vision is for phase 1, phase 2, and 3, but I don't know. Once we really put our heads together, I'm not sure what it will end up being. Because I was thinking we could also have like a rec center, and we could also have a party hall.
Right.
And we could have community events inside our development.
Right.
Yeah.
So, because Phase 2, once these individuals transition into Phase 2, that means they've met a lot of those goals that we talked about in our, in the Phase 1 home that has the 24-hour care. So Phase 2, we are anticipating at this point would be about 50% care. All right. So, we're not just going to, go from 24-hour care to no care at all. All right. So so Phase 2 is going to be where, they can have, 50% of the time they're going to be monitored. All right. And we'll still, hopefully have goals for them, that we can monitor, but they're just a little bit more on their own.
Right. Maybe they only need care in the morning and the evening.
Right. Maybe some organizational type, care to get them going, make sure they stay on track for their job or whatever it is they're doing. Okay. So that's that phase is in the very, very early stages currently. We don't, obviously we don't have anyone ready to move into that phase, but we are hoping, that maybe we will soon.
Right, because our vision is to be able to offer full service care to the point where somebody can actually graduate to the least restrictive environment for them. Now, if the least restrictive environment for them is phase 2, then it's phase 2. It doesn't have to be independent living as we know it.
Right.
We only want to help them achieve the potential that they're able to achieve.
Right.
So in having this type of vision, we can actually help everyone, and not try to be a one-size-fits-all.
Right. And we can help more people this way.
Right.
Because, for example, right now we do have 3 residents and they're all in Phase 1. However, there might be some people that are not currently with us in Phase 1 that might be able to take advantage of our Phase 2, our townhomes, where, they don't need that 24-hour care, but they need something. All right.
Right.
And so anyway, we're hoping to reach more and more people, by offering these other phases of care. Okay. So,
Right. And
Yeah.
that's kind of why we're reaching out and sharing our story with you, because in order to make this happen, we actually need a lot of help from a lot of people. And so we're hoping that if people are more aware of what we're doing and what we're trying to do, that possibly we will gain additional levels of support.
absolutely.
So-
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Stay tuned for more videos from Living Hope Foundation.
Thanks.